A landslide triggered by heavy rains has killed at least 14 people in central Colombia, officials say. Another 35 people were now in hospital after several homes were engulfed in the Dos Quebradas municipality, Risaralda province, on Tuesday. There are fears that the death toll will rise further. Landslides are common in Colombia, and houses built on steep hillsides are at particular risk during the country's rainy season. Waterspout filmed off Sulawesi, Indonesia. Residents of the coastal waters of Bobau, southeast Sulawesi were shocked by the natural phenomenon of the waterspout that occurred. Residents are worried that the waterspout will shift to the mainland and hit their homes. The waterspout phenomenon occurs when cumulonimbus clouds mix with thunderstorms and heavy rain and will not make their way to land. This natural phenomenon usually lasts 8 to 10 minutes. The waterspout phenomenon often occurs during the transition season and the rainy season. Residents are asked to be careful and not to approach the location of the vortex. SpaceX loses 40 of 49 new satellites due to solar storm. A geomagnetic storm strikes right after Elon Musk launches a fleet of Starlink satellites, destroying dozens of them. Snow and winds could disrupt travel in Scotland. The Met Office has warned that snow and gale-force winds could disrupt travel in some parts of Scotland on Wednesday and Thursday. Snow could fall to up to 5 centimeters (2 inches) at lower levels and to about 10 centimeters (4 inches) above 400 meters (1,312 feet). There is a yellow warning of snow for parts of central Scotland, Aberdeenshire, Argyll, Moray, the Highlands and the south of Scotland. Network Rail said speed restrictions will be in place on some lines. It said temperatures were expected to fall to -10 degrees C in the Highlands and winds gusting to 60 miles per hour were forecast. An oil spill off Nigeria's southern coast covers an area of 780 acres, 315 hectares. This is the size of more than 500 football pitches. It follows last Wednesday's explosion of an oil production vessel, the Trinity Spirit, that had a storage capacity of 2 million barrels, so it was not believed to have been storing that much. 3 people died in the blast. The United Nations World Food Programme says 13 million people across the Horn of Africa face severe hunger because of continued drought. Failed harvests and food shortages are forcing families from their homes, and immediate assistance is needed to prevent a humanitarian crisis. The rainy season has failed 3 years in a row, and the drought continues. Crops are ruined, livestock are dying, and 13 million people in Ethiopia, Somalia, and Kenya are going hungry. Food prices are rising, and with little to harvest, demand for agricultural labor is falling, increasing the pressure on families trying to feed themselves. Kenya fire destroys 600 hectares of national park. The authorities in Kenya say 90% of the fire that engulfed the famous Aberdares National Park and Forest in central Kenya has been contained. Initial reports indicate it could be a case of arson, but the government says it has launched an investigation into how the fire started. More than 600 hectares of forest land have been laid waste, threatening protected elephants and endangered black rhinos. Thousands of dead fish and prawns have washed on the banks of a bay in Sydney, Australia in a rare natural phenomenon. Concerned locals have been posting images of the mass fish deaths to social media, after they began washing up along the banks. One man even posted a video to YouTube revealing he had witnessed the fish dying right in front of him. A large volcanic ash eruption started at Sangay Volcano, Ecuador at around 8:20 on February 8, 2022. The eruption is similar to what was observed during the greatest activity of the current eruptive period. According to The Washington, ash column was observed rising up to 9 kilometers above sea level and extending approximately 55 kilometers from the summit. At this time, there is no seismicity data due to transmission problems with the station at the volcano. Ashfall is expected in areas W and NW of the volcano, in the provinces of Chimborazo, Bolívar, Los Rios and Guayas. Ecuador's Geophysical Institute is urging residents living in the affected region to take the pertinent measures and follow information coming from official sources. A new eruption started at the Anak Krakatoa, or Krakatau, volcano on Rakata Island in Indonesia on February 8, 2022. The eruption prompted the Anak Krakatau Volcano Observatory to raise the aviation color code to orange. The eruption started at around 16:15 local time, with a thick column of gas, with possible volcanic ash content, rising to around 200 meters above the crater.